how an OKC crosswalk turned deadly early this morning.
And one of OSU's most legendary alumni has his name in lights once again. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Kendall May Stark.
And I'm Carter White. We're glad you're with us. An Oklahoma City resident is dead after being struck at a crosswalk in the early hours of this morning. The vehicle hit the pedestrian at the intersection of Southwest 59th Street and Walker Avenue. The driver ran from the scene but later returned and cooperated with the police. When police arrived, the pedestrian was unconscious and unresponsive. They later died in the hospital. Little is still known about the victim or what caused the accident. No other information has been released at this time.
Legendary OSU donor and icon T. Boone Pickens has his name on yet another building on campus. Today, OSU announced the new Human Performance Innovation Complex will be named after him. This follows the $120 million legacy gift left by the T. Boone Pickens Foundation for Student Scholarships and $25 million for the Human Performance Innovation Complex. The complex will be just north of Sherman E. Smith Training Center, and the institute will be used for athletes, as well as colleges across OSU's campus, like the Ferguson College of Agriculture and the College of Education and Human Sciences. Architects are working on finalizing the design of the facility, and construction is begin to set in 2025.
A U.S. Department of Labor grant gives a boost to an Oklahoma apprenticeship program. The Career Tech organization received over $500,000 in federal funding to expand its apprenticeship program. With this grant, Oklahoma Career Tech now leads the state in offering U.S. Department of Labor registered apprenticeships. Justin Seiler, a Career Tech liaison, stated that the grant gives them an extra tool in the workforce development toolbox and the opportunity to support industries and employers throughout Oklahoma. According to the Department of Labor, 90% of students that complete registered apprenticeships retain their employment after the program.
The highly anticipated movie Wicked hits theaters this Friday, but the real Yellow Brick Road will actually be here in Oklahoma. These bricks were originally laid down as a yellow brick road through the town of Chittenango, New York in the early 1900s. That is where the Wizard of Oz author L. Frank Baum was born. The bricks were later pulled up and stored before eventually being shipped to Oklahoma. Nearly 10,000 of the yellow pavers are now being housed at a facility called Oz Safe Rooms. The owner says the yellow brick road will be laid down once again once the building's renovations are completed. OSU Greek Life is heavily involved in philanthropy, community service, and giving back to the community. But what about the community giving back to them? Last night, Farmhouse found out exactly that. Farmhouse Fraternity was awarded a check of over $3,000 that goes straight back to the fraternity, courtesy of Tommy's Express Car Wash. OSU Greek Life and Tommy's Express Car Wash partnered together to create the Dooley Day Duels, in which they raise awareness and money for the dually aspect of Tommy's Express Car Wash. Farmhouse came out on top, and for President Braden Burns, Dually Dates means a bit more to the members of Farmhouse.
We do have a lot of people from a rural environment who could bring in some of that business power. To us, just having this contribution after winning the competition, I can't even explain how much it means to us. To put our community in a good light like that and to put our house in a good light with the community is great. Just see two different great organizations working together in the Stillwater community to kind of bring that together. It just means a lot to us.
If you've been forced to enjoy fall activities with the AC on blast this year, you're not alone. According to the data, the average temperature across the lower 48 this season is more than 7 degrees above normal. For comparison, the warmest fall on record was in 2016, and the temperature was a little over 4 degrees warmer than average. A series of storms tracking across this country this week will finally help it make it feel like fall. However, forecasters say millions of Americans will still be dealing with above average warmth through at least the end of this month.
Speaking of that warmer weather, Carter, will those temps continue to climb? Weston Wurtzberger is in the Weather Center with the latest. Let's hear it, Weston.
Well, guys, we're seeing slightly warmer temperatures than usual around this time of year. We have sunny skies right now at 57 degrees. Wind speeds are moderate at 12 miles per hour, but that humidity is a little more denser than usual at 60% right now. Looking throughout the state of Oklahoma, as you can see in the Panhandle, it's a little chilly currently around the 40s, but looking throughout most of the state, we're looking in the 50s. But as you can see in this southeast corner, we're going to be around in the 60s here, with the highest at 65 here in Idabel. And then looking overnight here in Stillwater, temperatures will drop a little bit to 39 degrees, with wind speeds not going down too much at only 10 miles per hour. That humidity will move up to 74%. And then looking tomorrow morning throughout Oklahoma, it's going to be chilly throughout the state. As you can see in the Panhandle, it's going to be in the 30s, but throughout most of the state, we're going to be in the 40s, with the highest at 48 in Idabel. And then hour by hour tomorrow, it's going to be sunny skies all day. Temperatures are going to be around the same in the 50s. Wind speed's not going to change much. It's going to be around 13 miles per hour in the morning and afternoon, but it'll drop to 8 miles per hour around evening time. And then look what to watch for these next few days. Temperatures are still going to be moderate at 50 to 60 degrees, so maybe bundle up a little bit. Clouds will reappear this weekend, and then wind speeds will move up heading into next week, and then temperatures will be at a low of 30 to 40 degrees. So make sure you bundle up during nighttime as well. That's all we have for the weather right now. Make sure you stay tuned for the 7-day forecast.
Thanks for that, Weston. When we return, aside from this newscast, of course, where are most people getting their news from?
And how Black Friday and Cyber Monday are shaping up to be historic this year. The Daily O returns right after this.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Thanksgiving is shaping up to be a record breaker for business. A new retail survey predicts more than 183 million people are planning to shop in-store and online from Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday. 57% of those cited good deals as their main reason for shopping. Retailers say they're ready with great prices and plenty of inventory. Holiday spending is expected to hit nearly $1 trillion this year. The survey was conducted by the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights Analytics.
I know I'm excited to get shopping, Carter, but around a fifth of Americans get their news from influencers on social media. That's according to a new study by the Pew Research Center. As you might expect, it's a conclusion that is linked more to younger people. Nearly 40% of adults under the age of 30 say they get their news from independent social media figures. Experts say this is problematic because it makes it easier for misinformation to spread. Most established media brands have strict editorial standards and employ trained journalists, which makes them less likely to distribute misinformation. They are also easier to sue for defamation if they do lie. The biggest social media platform for news influencers is X. That is followed by Instagram, then YouTube.
It's a viral respiratory disease causing multi-state outbreaks in wild birds, poultry, and other animals. Bird flu has also now led to more than 4 dozen infections in U.S. humans. While most human cases are mild, health officials are keeping a close eye. In today's Health Minute, Jacob Patterson looks at the latest U.S. data and how you can help prevent an infection.
Sporadic cases of H5N1 spreading from animals to humans have prompted concern from U.S. health officials. The latest CDC data confirming 52 cases of bird flu in people since April.
As we think about a virus that might move from animals into humans and potentially cause the next pandemic, it certainly has everyone's guard up.
Ohio State epidemiologist Andrew Bowman says this latest strain of the virus came over to the U.S. in 2021 and is spread through wild birds in North America. So far in the U.S., those who have tested positive have had mild symptoms like irid or discharge and mild upper respiratory symptoms. The CDC says people who have tested positive have recovered from their illnesses after treatment with antiviral medications.
Every time we get the opportunity for the virus to move across species, there's the opportunity for a negative health outcome.
To reduce risk, the CDC recommends avoiding exposure to sick or dead animals, including wild birds, poultry, other domesticated birds, and unnecessary exposure to wild or domesticated animals, like cows. The agency advises against drinking raw milk. They say pasteurized milk is safe to drink. Avoid exposures to things like animal waste, bedding, or other materials touched by an animal with suspected or confirmed bird flu. And for those who work with animals at risk of exposure, wear protective equipment.
At this time, I think it's heightened awareness. There's no need to panic.
Jacob Patterson, The Daily O.
We already have an IHOP here in Stillwater, but Tri Delta is giving them a run for their money tonight with Unlimited Pancake Night. Joining us now in the studio is Tri Delta Philanthropy Committee Director Cami Stewart. Cami, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us today. First off, tell us a little bit more about what Unlimited Pancake Night is.
So, Delta House Pancakes, our Unlimited Pancake Night, is a philanthropy event that we do benefiting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We basically do an all-you-can-eat pancake bar with a bunch of toppings and fun things. I know this year we have Plinko and a raffle, and we have Kendra Scott coming to set up a table, so there's lots of fun stuff to do.
Absolutely. What's been your involvement in setting up Unlimited Pancake Night?
So I've gotten the ability to work alongside our philanthropy director, which has been a lot of fun, working on her committee. She's also my little, so it's been a ton of fun. I've gotten to make balloon arches and set up. Lots of our seniors are going to be making the pancakes, and so they're in the thick of it, in the fun, so it's a good time.
What goes into planning this event?
I know our wonderful director, Emily, has spent many days putting it together, setting up decorations, trying to work with our chef at our house to get everything that we need to prepare these pancakes and be able to feed as many people as we're going to have coming in. So I know there's a ton that goes into it, even more than I probably know.
Absolutely. So is this something you've been a part of before?
It is. I am a junior at Tri Delta, so I've been a part of one before this, and it's been a ton of fun. I'm excited to do it again.
Very nice. What was your favorite memory from last year?
My favorite memory from last year, I worked the raffle last year, so I got to do it alongside a bunch of my friends, and that was a ton of fun. Handing out tickets to everybody, seeing who got to win the things, and how excited they would get when they did win was a lot of fun.
What were some of the prizes?
The prizes last year, we had a Nintendo Switch and like a Fortnite themed package, which was a lot of fun. I know we had tons of gift cards to different restaurants in Stillwater, like Chick-fil-A, Subway, things like that.
Been looking for a Nintendo Switch myself, so it doesn't sound like a bad deal. What was the turnout like for last year?
We had a ton of people. A lot of other students that are involved in Greek life come every year, and then a lot of on-campus, like non-Greek life affiliated kids come as well.
What makes this event stand out from others that happen?
I think one of the big things that makes Tri Delta's event stand out from others is just the passion that the girls in our house have for St. Jude. You can definitely tell everyone there is excited to be there, ready to work. We get really excited to talk about the kids of St. Jude and really excited to just support them and raise money for them. And so I think that passion shows a lot.
Remind us again when the event is.
The event is tonight from 6 to 10.
All right, that sounds great. And is there any other events we can be looking forward to?
I know we have an upcoming philanthropy event in the spring. The date is, we're unsure of that now, but it's coming and we're really excited for it and can't wait to announce it.
Absolutely. Well, Cammie, thank you once again for coming
Thank
on the
you.
show. We really loved having you. That's all the time we have for this segment right here. Don't go anywhere, folks. OKC's got a new sport coming to town. Alyssa Brandon has that for you right after this break.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Alyssa Brandon. Now let's see what's going on in sports. Oklahoma City is getting a new pro soccer team and stadium. The new stadium, located just south of Harkins Theater, will begin construction in 2025. Energy OKC Football Club used to be the city's hallmark club, but after play was disbanded in 2022, the city has been looking for a new opportunity. Now a movement called OKC for Soccer is bringing in a new franchise who is set to take the pitch in 2027. Look out, OKC Professional Soccer is in your near future. Steve Lutz and the Cowboys are off to a hot 3-0 start to the season, but there's been some shaky wins to say the least, with the Pokes having to win close ones like St. Thomas and Southern Illinois after blowing big leads late in games. Now preparing for the Charleston tournament, head coach Steve Lutz says it'll be a good test for their end goals.
We've changed our focus now to going to Charleston. Obviously, Charleston's a great tournament. It's got a very, very good field. And most importantly, in my mind, it prepares you for the Big 12 tournament and hopefully for the NCAA tournament, because you're going to have to play back-to-back games with very short preps. And when you do that, it has an opportunity to expose, some of your weaknesses, because you're not going to be able to prep as much and game plan as much. You're going to have to rely on your defensive principles and you're going to have to rely on what you've been taught since practice began. So it'll be a good test for us. I'm excited.
And if there was any curiosity what Coach Lutz is looking for out in South Carolina, it's pretty simple: wins.
I approach every game the same way. We should win those games. So I would want to return home with the championship and be 3-0. Now, will we do that? I can't say that. But you play the game to win the game. And I'm not wired to say I'm excited or I'm happy if we go 2-1 or 1-2. That's not who they hired when they hired me.
First game of the tournament is Florida Atlantic Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Now, 2 Cowgirl tennis players are competing for individual championships. Gracie Epps, who's been a great transfer for the team so far, completed her match this morning. Earning her bid earlier this season, it was an opportunity to compete for an NCAA individual title. Epps fell to Auburn's Myrna Rafat in 2 sets, the first set 6-1 and the second 6-4. But there's another Cowgirl on the courts, though. Anastasia Komar is currently facing off against Georgia's Dasha Vidmanova, who's ranked 2nd in the tournament, aiming for her own chance at a title. We'll keep you updated with the match results as they come in. Oklahoma State football senior day is approaching, and after a rough Big 12 stretch for OSU, for some, achievements have become less about wins on the field and more about moments they can take with them. Brendan Presley, OSU's all-time receptions leader, says he's thankful for the relationships and experience he's had in college.
The thing I'm most proud of, I made a lot of friends, a lot of relationships and stuff here that'll last me a long time. Like guys that have left that I still talk to, guys that are still here that I still talk to. Like even when we leave, I'll still talk to them, and even guys that are going to be here after I leave, that I'll probably still talk to. So I think that's the biggest thing. I learned just a lot about myself. I mean, going to college honestly, it's the first real life test to me, because you're on your own, away from your parents. You get to do what you want to do, choose what you want to do, and it's kind of like, I guess like how you want to be remembered and stuff. Now, I'm not thinking about all this stuff when I'm a freshman and sophomore and stuff like that. It just happened to trickle along. But I just learned I'm stronger than what I think I am, and like every single day I learn something new about myself. Every single experience will learn something new. So I'm just very proud of the time here, and sad it's coming to an end.
Well, that is all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. From a basic coin to a historic collectible, Kendall and Carter have it right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that and had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
From Pizza Hut wine to cruising with canines, Avon Molinar has a lot to catch us up on in today's A-List update. Let's hear it, Avon.
Well, Carter, a popular actor is returning to the kind of role that won him an Academy Award. Javier Bardem won an Oscar for playing a killer in No Country for Old Men. Now, he's following in the murderous footsteps of Robert Mitchum and Robert De Niro. Bardem is set to play Max Cady in Cape Fear, a streaming series based on the films of the same name, and the John D. MacDonald novel, The Executioners, which inspired the films. Bardem will also serve as executive producer of the series. Investment firm Blackstone has agreed to buy an $8 billion majority stake in Jersey Mike's subs. The current management team would keep a significant equity share of the company and also retain operational control of Jersey Mike's. The chain's CEO says Blackstone's involvement will give them the resources and expertise needed to drive further growth. The deal is expected to be finalized by early next year, pending regulatory approval. Jersey Mike's began in the 1950s, and it now has more than 2,500 locations worldwide. A canine-centered cruise is setting sail next year. The Margaritaville at-sea Islander ship will depart from Tampa, Florida next November. The cruise can accommodate 250 dogs and their two-legged family members. On-board activities include dog shows, trainings, costume contests, splash stations, and puppy massages. Passengers with pups will have balconies with a private release station as well as designated pet butlers. The cruise line will require up-to-date vaccinations and health checks from all pets boarding the ship. The cruise is part of a partnership with Cruise Tales and Expedia Cruises of West Orlando. Additional information, including pricing, will be released in the coming weeks. Now, as your loved ones gather around the Thanksgiving table next week, how about having a glass of pizza wine to wash down that turkey? Pizza Hut has partnered with Irvine's Just Beyond Paradise Winery to create a tomato-based wine that captures the essence of a pizza slice. According to the product's description, the red wine offers hits of basil, oregano, and a whisper of garlic. But Pizza Hut says it actually tastes more like white wine when chilled. The limited edition wine is served on Irvine's website by either by the bottle or part of a gift box that is packaged in, yes, a pizza box. Well, that's all we have for the A-List update. Back to you guys.
A rare silver coin that is older than the U.S. has set an auction record. Auction house Stack's Browers Galleries says the 3-pence coin sold for more than $2.5 million, which is a new record. The coin was minted in Boston in 1652, which makes it the first coins to be minted in the then British colony. It was found in a box in an old cabinet in the Netherlands in 2016. There was a note attached that was written in 1798, but it just said silver token unknown and from Quincy family. Extensive research, testing, and analysis helped reveal its true historical value. Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Weston Wurtzberger not only has the 7-day forecast, but also a 20th birthday. Happy birthday, Weston. How's that 7-day looking?
Well, guys, I appreciate the birthday wishes as I'm now 20 years old. Now, looking in the 7-day forecast, as you can see, it's going to be sunny skies these next few days with mid-50s on Wednesday, and then those temperatures moving up these next few days as high as 60 on Friday. But heading into the weekend, we'll see some cloud coverage starting on Saturday with temperatures at 58, but the temperatures will move up a little bit on Sunday heading into the 60s. The cloud coverage will continue on Monday, and then on Tuesday, it will be sunny skies again at 66 degrees. That's all we got for the 7-day forecast. Anchors, back to you.
Thanks for that, Weston. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to tune back into the Daily O tomorrow and throughout the week to find out the latest happening here in Stillwater and abroad or on our website, ocollie.com. For the Daily O, I'm Carter White.
And I'm Kendall May Stark. Have a blessed night, everyone.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef.
I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so